What's up, everybody? Tactical Swede here with a new segment, kind of a spin-off of the tabletop review. This is a phrase you've heard me say before, and you'll definitely hear me say again in the future. It's something that's kind of near and dear to me. We're going to call this bang for your buck. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick overview on a product that I feel has great value for a great price. As I've said before, I'm an average, ordinary dude. I don't have a lot of disposable income. So I'm constantly trying to strike a balance between quality and price point. Now, sometimes that means that I'm going to spend the money on the top of the line thing. If I can't find something for a cheaper price without sacrificing things that are important to me, I'm going to spend the money on it. But if I can find a product for a cheaper price that makes some sacrifices that I'm willing to live with, then that's the kind of things I'm looking for. So I definitely don't mean going cheap on things. I mean good quality for a good price. And first on the list that we're going to talk about in today's episode, Mechanix gloves. Let's get in it. Alright, everybody, so most everybody out there is familiar with Mechanix. They are probably one of the more well-known companies as far as gloves go, but surprisingly their prices are better than most. The gloves are going to come in three basic forms. Unfortunately I only have two here to show you. The pair of originals that I had, they got old and torn up and I threw them away. I would have liked to keep them for this video, but didn't think about it at the time. But what you see in front of you here is this is the Fast Fit. These two here are the Impact, and then you have your Mechanix originals. I'll run through price points and different features of the different models. But of those three different versions, you're going to get different offshoots with thicker material for cold weather or cut resistant. Some of them will have leather on them. Some of them will just be fabric. So there are different variations of these. But your three basic forms are going to be your originals, your Fast Fit, and your Impact. All right. So let's start out with the Fast Fit, which is generally going to be your cheapest option. They are very, very lightweight, not a whole lot of added protection built into them, but nice and quick to go on. They fit really well, they feel really good. Basically a one-piece palm and fingers, and then your thumb sewn in there. Again, not a lot of added padding in there, very thin material, but does the job if you just want to protect your hand from any kind of minor abrasions or anything like that. I will say though that these gloves right here, even as thin and unpadded as they are, have saved me from getting cut out camping. Was out getting everything ready, was batoning some wood, and the knife I was using slipped, came down, hit me in the hand, and saved me from getting a cut. And who knows how deep that cut would have been had I not had the gloves on. So even something like this still offers you some protection. These are generally going to be found in the $10 to $15 range, depending on the color that you're looking at. Some of your camo patterns are going to cost more, and they have a new color out, which is kind of like all the rage right now, which is the wolf gray. Those are generally going to be more expensive as well, but anywhere in the $10 to $15 range you can get these. Very nice gloves. Not very good for cold weather because they are thin, and if you get these wet, this material here will soak through really quickly, so not good for wet or cold, but any other conditions, really good gloves. The only other negative I can find with these is just since most of the Mechanix gloves have the wrist cinch with the Velcro, these are just an elastic, and that's why again they call them the Fast Fit, because you can just throw them on real quick. But there is a chance for stuff to get into the wrist there and get down inside the glove. But other than that, really great glove. Works really well. I love them. I tend to find myself using these a lot throughout most of the year. If I'm just like going out for, shooting for a quick day, or like I said, camping, I'll throw these on when I want to have some protection on my hands. So there's the fast fit. The next up would be, in price point wise, would be the originals. You're generally going to find those in the range of $15 to $20, and they're going to be very similar to these, the fast fits. They're going to have a little bit more padding on them, and they're going to have a wrist enclosure like these ones do, where you got a piece of Velcro that comes around, and it's going to keep it tight around your wrist. But other than that, very similar to the fast fit. A thinner material, and they actually have I think 2 different thicknesses of the originals. They got a really thin one and then the regular one. So there's, like I said, there's different options with the different models of gloves. But the nice benefit of the originals being that wrist cinch that it'll keep anything from getting inside the glove. And then we have the Impact, and these are really good if you're doing any kind of work that would potentially open you up to getting your hands hit by anything, or if you're using again for like camping, if you're doing any kind of batoning or cutting with a large knife. This padding here in the hands is going to help absorb that shock. But again, very well fitting. You got that nice wrist enclosure there. It's going to stop anything from getting down in there. These are thicker. They've got some added reinforcement in the palm area here, along the finger base of the fingers there, and then on the forefinger and the thumb, you've got some extra reinforcement there. But because they are thicker, they tend to work better in colder environments. Again, if you get these wet, still gonna start getting cold on you, because they will soak up that water. But they do work good as long as you keep them dry. And then obviously on the top here, you got this neoprene rubber on all the fingers and the knuckles, so it's gonna help protect you from any kind of impact on the fingers or the hand. But really great feeling. They fit really well. Not a lot of bunching. Sometimes you'll get some bunching in this area here when you close your fist with some models of gloves, but these fit really well. I have no issues with these at all, and these are going to run you in the range of $20. Some, as I said, some color variations, multicam or the wolf gray, they are going to run more expensive just because those are kind of popular right now. But just your basic black going to run you probably around 20 bucks, and you may be even able to find some cheaper deals. As I said, there are different color variations. You have your basic black, coyote tan, your camel patterns. You got your multicam, woodland cam. I don't know if they make these anymore. This was the first generation of Impacts here. As you can tell, the fingers on these are slightly different. These were a little bit more reinforced on the finger and the thumb versus what they are now. I don't like these for shooting just because that thicker material there kind of gets in the way of the feel of your trigger. With this, I don't have that issue. It's definitely thicker material than the fast fit. That's why I generally use these when I'm shooting, unless it's colder. Then I'll throw these on. But still, you get good feel. But they offer them many different colors. Even, you can get into red, blue, yellow, all different kinds of colors. So there's plenty of different options out there. Just to show you here as an example for weapons handling here, you still have really good feel on the weapon. No problem with accessing the trigger. It doesn't get caught up on the trigger guard or anything like that. This goes for my my rifles as well. I've never had any issues, and you still have really good feel on the trigger. So, you know, no problems feeling where your trigger is. You can feel the reset even through the glove. No problems. Even with the thicker impacts, still same. Can still get my finger into the trigger guard without any issues. No problems feeling the trigger. Can feel that reset. So no problems with it getting in the way of your shooting. One thing I've noticed that Mechanix is offering now is they have a version of this that is fingerless. So if you do have issue with wanting to have just bare finger on trigger, a lot of people would in the past cut the tip off. Now you don't need to. They sell a version that's fingerless. So again, another option for you. But bottom line, Mechanix gloves, great product, fits really well, feels really good. I mean, there's, you know, no bunching. They feel awesome, and they're really well priced. Just as an example here, these are some gloves that I had issued to me in the military. Most of the a note on that, most of the time, this is the stuff we're issued in the military for maintenance and stuff. They issue us the Mechanix gloves, and that's where I first had experience with them, and I've used them ever since. But these were also issued to me by the military. These are Camelback Impact CTs, and a quick search on the internet gave me a price in the $30 to $40 range for these gloves. And just by looking at them, you can tell you've got a lot of excess material bunching up here. They just don't fit as well. I cut that myself, just as I wanted to have access to my thumb when it was cold. So, but they don't feel as good. They don't fit as well, and they're more expensive. And I've yet to find gloves that rival the fit and feel of Mechanix for the same price. There's a lot of tactical gloves out there that'll cost you $30, $40, $50 or more dollars, and it's insane to me when you have such a good product here that's going to run you in the $10 to $20 range. Awesome products, awesome price, great bang for your buck. All right, guys, that's all I got today. Please, if you like what I'm doing, give me some comments below, and by all means, please hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date with all the new videos coming out. Until next time, live life and have fun out there.